And happy Thursday from Kimberly Miller here at Hug Longer Digital Designs. And I'm coming to you once again from Mexico City, Mexico. Beautiful day here today. Hope you're having a great day as well. Today we are going to talk about cut files. And if you have Embrilliance Essentials, you are able to cut your appliques with your cutting machines. Create an SVG that'll do that from an applique perhaps that you've bought. And it's very simple. So let's get started. I am going to open an applique. So let's go ahead and File Open or Command or Control Open. And I just created a simple applique in Stitch Artist and I've converted it to a PES file. So we're going to open a star applique that is a PES file. Now I'm going to hit the Control R, just the number 1, only the number 1 on my keyboard, and it makes it 100% just to let us see that a little better. Now if we go over into the Objects panel, we're going to see the star. There's a little arrow here at the side. Sometimes it's hiding over here, so you might have to pull your screen over a little bit. But I'm going to click that, and you can see now we have 3 distinct different parts. The first part here is going to be the placement line, or they call it the position line. The second is the tactile or the material line, and the third is going to be the satin edging around it. So it's important that you find your placement line. So we're going to click here on the placement line. Then we're going to go down here into the properties field, and we see the color here. We're going to click on the color. When you click on the color, you're going to see your color charts pop up, and you're going to either see all the threads in your choice, or if you're on palettes, you're going to see just the ones that you're using in this particular design. That's really not that important here, but I wanted to share that with you. But what we're going to do is next to the color button is an applique button. We're going to click on the applique button. When we do so, we're going to make sure the material position is chosen, because this is the position or the placement line. Now, pop on over here and it tells you cutting. This is where we're going to save our cutting file. So I'm going to take a look here. It's inflated at 1.5 millimeters. That's just a little bit larger than the design. And we do want it to go a little over the edge of where the material that wants to go a little over the edge of the stitch line, because we want it to catch it all the way around. And this is a nice distance to start with. So let's keep it at 1.5. Let's hit the Save button. When we hit the Save button, you can see here it says Star Applique SVG. That is a cutting file that many of those machines that cut use. It's a scalable vector graphic file. So here we have it here. And we can just save that wherever we'd like to for our cutting machine as an SVG file. But if you want to take a peek here and look here on this drop down, there are other forms of files that you can save as well. If you have a silhouette, you can save as a studio file. Scan and cut as an FCM file. SureCut, a SCut4 file. And there's just a few different other files as well that you can save it as. So most people seem to use the SVG, but you do have options if you have a different form of a cutting machine. Now, once you save this file, you would transfer it like you do any other file from your computer to your cutting machine, and you would just utilize that. So once you would stitch this placement line down, you would add your fabric over the top. And if we take a little closer of a look, let's press the number 2. So if we take a peek here, where this is, right here is where the placement would be. So when we scale it to 1.5, it's going to be, oh gosh, I think that's about 1/8 of an inch larger than that. So it's going to be right about here. So what we should have is we should try to lay the fabric as evenly as possible after you do the placement line, and it should tack it down, and you should have just a little bit extra fabric all the way around, and there should not be a problem when that final satin border goes on to cover the entire amount of fabric. Now this is going to save you a whole lot of time, especially if you do a lot of appliques on quilting or even just some fun appliques on shirts. It should save you some time cutting it, and it is a lot easier than hand cutting in the hoop. I hand cut in the hoop because I travel a lot and I can't bring a cutting machine with me everywhere. But I think this is a great option, something you should learn about if you have a cutting machine available to you. I hope this helps you out. And Janet gave me the idea. Thank you, Janet, for this quick tips from Kimberly today. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.